Welcome to my channel Echoes of Coin. Most people have spent a 1964 Jefferson nickel without a second thought. But what if I told you that one ordinary-looking 5-cent coin was minted during a national crisis, produced by the billions, secretly struck for years after its date, and that some rare examples today sell for thousands of dollars? This is not just a nickel. This is the coin America used to fight a currency collapse. The Jefferson Nickel of 1964 is far more than a simple 5-cent coin. At first glance, it appears ordinary, familiar, and almost invisible among modern pocket change. Yet behind its modest copper-nickel surface lies one of the most fascinating stories in American numismatic history. The year 1964 stands at a powerful crossroads, marking the end of an era, the height of a national crisis in coinage, and the final chapter of a design that had already witnessed war, economic upheaval, and dramatic cultural change. To understand the true importance of the 1964 Jefferson Nickel, one must step into the turbulent atmosphere of mid-20th century America, where coins were no longer just money but symbols of trust, stability, and national identity. By 1964, the Jefferson Nickel design had already been in circulation for 26 years. Introduced in 1938, it replaced the beloved Buffalo nickel, a coin admired for its artistry but criticized for practical issues such as rapid wear and illegible dates. The United States Mint sought a design that would be durable, dignified, and easy to strike, while also honoring one of the nation's most influential founding fathers. Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence, was chosen to represent democratic ideals and intellectual legacy on everyday currency. The obverse of the Jefferson Nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, created by sculptor Felix Schlag. Jefferson's expression is calm and composed, reflecting wisdom, restraint, and thoughtful leadership. The inscription "In God We Trust" appears to the left, while "Liberty" and the date 1964 are placed to the right, separated by a star. This clean and balanced design made the coin instantly recognizable and highly practical for mass production. The reverse of the coin displays Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home. Monticello symbolizes intellect, architecture, and Enlightenment values, all closely associated with Jefferson himself. Above the building appears the word Monticello, while below it reads 5 cents and United States of America. The architectural details of Monticello, especially the steps and columns, became a focal point for collectors, as strike quality varied greatly depending on mint and production conditions. In 1964, Jefferson Nickels were produced at two mints, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins minted in Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those produced in Denver feature a small D to the right of Monticello on the reverse. What makes 1964 especially remarkable is the sheer volume of coins struck. That year, the United States Mint produced over 1.7 billion Jefferson Nickels, making it one of the highest mintage years in American history. This massive production was not accidental. The early 1960s were marked by a severe coin shortage across the United States. Americans were hoarding coins, not because they were rare, but because rising silver prices caused fear that coins would soon be worth more melted down than spent. While nickels contained no silver, the panic spread across all denominations. Vending machines, parking meters, laundromats, and public transportation systems all relied on coins, and shortages disrupted everyday life. The government responded aggressively. In 1964, Congress authorized the mint to increase coin production dramatically. Mints operated around the clock, striking coins day and night to flood the economy with new currency. The Jefferson Nickel became a key weapon in this battle against hoarding. Its composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel ensured it had no intrinsic precious metal value, making it less attractive for speculation while still durable enough for heavy circulation. Despite the enormous mintage numbers, collectors today still pay close attention to the 1964 Jefferson Nickel. While most examples are common in circulated condition, finding coins with strong strikes, full steps on Monticello, and pristine surfaces is far more challenging. The concept of full steps has become one of the most important grading criteria for Jefferson Nickels. To qualify, the steps of Monticello must be sharply defined and uninterrupted, a rare feature on coins struck during high-speed production periods like 1964. The Denver Mint, in particular, struggled with strike quality during this time. Many 1964 D nickels exhibit weak steps, flat details, and surface marks caused by rushed handling and worn dies. As a result, 1964 D Jefferson Nickels with full steps command significant premiums even though the coin itself is not rare by mintage. Philadelphia minted 1964 nickels generally show slightly better detail, but they are not immune to strike issues. Die fatigue, metal flow problems, and planchet imperfections all affected the final appearance of the coin. Collectors often search through rolls and bags of nickels hoping to find that one exceptional specimen that escaped the chaos of mass production. Another factor that adds intrigue to the 1964 Jefferson nickel is the transition period it represents. Just 1 year later, in 1965, the United States would dramatically alter its coinage system. Silver would be removed from dimes and quarters, and the minting process would undergo sweeping changes. The year 1964 stands as the final moment before this transformation, making coins from this year especially symbolic. Because of the coin shortage, the mint even continued striking 1964 dated nickels into early 1966. Although minted later, these coins retained the 1964 date due to congressional authorization. This unusual decision further increased the already massive number of 1964 Jefferson Nickels in circulation, blurring the line between production year and issue year. From a historical perspective, the 1964 Jefferson Nickel represents stability in a time of uncertainty. The United States was navigating Cold War tensions, the aftermath of President John F. Kennedy's assassination, and rapid social change. Yet through all of this, the nickel remained unchanged in design, composition, and purpose. It passed silently through countless hands, funding small purchases, fueling machines, and supporting everyday commerce. For modern collectors, the appeal of the 1964 Jefferson nickel lies not in rarity alone, but in context. It tells a story of industrial scale, government intervention, and the challenges of maintaining trust in a nation's currency. It also serves as an accessible entry point for new collectors, offering opportunities to learn about grading, mint marks, and strike quality without the high cost associated with older or precious metal coins. Even today, many 1964 Jefferson nickels remain in circulation. Their survival speaks to the durability of the copper-nickel alloy and the timeless practicality of the design. While most are worth only face value, exceptional examples continue to attract attention at auctions and among specialist collectors. The Jefferson Nickel of 1964 is a reminder that history does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, embedded in the everyday objects we overlook. This humble 5-cent coin captures a moment when America faced economic strain, responded with industrial force, and preserved continuity through its coinage. Its story is not one of glamour or precious metals, but of resilience, function, and quiet endurance.